Welcome back. So we have learned the definition and very important two properties with some basic functions, Laplace, and few problems based on that. Fine. So moving on to the next, we need furthermore properties to look into complex complex I mean little complicated terms like product of two functions, exponential or multiplication by t, something like that kind. So we need some properties to handle all these. So this session will be discussing all those properties of Laplace. So we'll look into the first shifting property. For all these cases, remember whenever we say L of f of t is equal to f of s. So whenever I say capital F of s, it's going to be like, it's going to be the Laplace transform of just f of t function. Please do remember that. Okay, the first property, L of e to the power of at f of t, which says when you multiply exponential term with the f of t, you need not keep on working with the complicated version. You just find the Laplace of this function and just replace the parameter s by s minus a. Remember this is plus a, but here we need to replace it by minus a. So f of means we are finding the Laplace of f of t with s as a parameter. After getting the solution, you make a change with the parameter as s minus a. Even if this is minus, you can make it a plus. Okay, how this works? So we need to check in the proof. We'll take this LHS, apply the definition of Laplace. So this is the function. So I am applying the definition as e power at f of t here. So you have two exponentials, so make it a group the term by your exponential properties. And remember, we need to group in such a way that we have outer minus and a t variable common in the right and left outer, you will have a negative. Only this will work for, you can immediately replace by the Laplace definition. If you observe this part, it is nothing but the definition of Laplace, but instead our parameter, here it is, instead of s, it is s minus a. So I have to write function of s. So I'm just writing function of s minus a because my parameter has changed. So that's it. So this will be a pretty easy work to handle this type of functions. Okay, going on to the next. Next is when you multiply a t with a functional time function f of t, then this is easily derived by making a derivative of f of s, or in other words, find the Laplace, find the derivative first one time with respect to s, and a negative multiply will give you the result. You need not again go ahead with this version. You can just find, so we observe that everywhere you find only the Laplace of this function, what is needed, and then we go on with a bit of change there, here and there. Okay. Now this can also be dealt with the t square, t power n. I'll come to that later. Okay. Now in the proof, so you take this right hand side because this way proving is better. So I'm going to take this d by ds fs. I can write it as f dash s. So that is what taken here. F dash s can be written as integral 0 to infinity f of t minus t e power minus st dt, because we know L of f of t is, just forget this term, forget about this term, then this is what your Laplace of f of t. When I differentiate this with respect, because we are writing f dash s, I need to differentiate with respect to s. When I differentiate with respect to s, it is going to be a minus t times e power minus st, and that is what returned here. And this integral or this will not have a change because your differentiation is with respect to s and not with respect to t. Please note that. Okay, now just taking this minus out of the integral and combining this with ft, you can rewrite this as t f of t, and this is nothing but the Laplace of t f of t with s as a parameter. This minus can be multiplied both the sides to adjust to our result. And so we conclude L of t of t, f of t is minus d by ds fs, or in other words f minus f dash s in a short form. Okay, when it is a t square, again the same thing you can do it one more time. You can differentiate with respect to s. Then what happens, this minus into minus will get a plus, so we don't have a negative here, and the differential will be twice. So how to write a general statement for the t multiple is the minus 1 power n. So as we say n is 1, it will be negative, n is 2, it will be positive, or in other words, when it is odd number of differential, you will get a negative. Even number of differential, it will be a positive. Fine. So moving on to the next. So we talked about a multiply t. This is about quotient t. So when you have a quotient t, again it's an integral s to infinity fs ds. Just observe this. Though you have an integral, L of f of t by t is s to infinity fs ds. So this fs is nothing but our Laplace of this numerator function. So find the numerator function, Laplace of the numerator, and then integrate between these limits with respect to s. We get the result of our required discussion. Okay. So to prove this, take this fs. Again, I'm talking about the right hand side start. So fs, I have, this is my fs. As we all know, fs is nothing but Laplace of f of t. So I have just written f of t here. I need to do some change of order, so I'm just replacing this t dummy variable as u. I can always do, I'm changing the parameter s as u, because I need to do some working on that parametric term. Just change your s as u, then you will be writing f of u 0 to infinity f of t. Instead of s, I am writing a u. Now integrate with respect to u from s to infinity. This is returned because I want to prove this result. I am integrating between these limits with respect to u. So this side also like this with respect to u. This is my fu. This fu, whatever I have written here, this is completely replaced. This fu is replaced by this bracket, entire bracket. Okay. Now we cannot go ahead proving this as it is. We need to do some work on the change of order of integration. If you observe the limits, the limit is rectangular region. So what we can do is we can change the order. What do you mean by change the order? I think all of us know, just u and t variable are shifted, and accordingly the limits to be written. But in rectangular there is no hard stuff to do. We can easily do it. Just observe these two integrals. I have shifted this s to infinity and 0 to infinity in the other order. So first comes the 0 to infinity, then comes the s to infinity. And here also we have, in the previous we had, see here we have dt and then du, but in the next we have du and the dt. So its order is changed. And now this is with respect to u, so I can just don't bother about this ft. You can write it in this outer part of the inner integral. And if you have this term, this is a u term, with respect to u, you have to integrate and apply the limits. You will be getting this result. As I told, e power minus infinity takes a 0. Now that's it. If you end up in this, we are not going to evaluate this integral or integrate this, because you cannot also do unless you know the function. It is a general result. Only this part is integrable. We are doing that to prove the result. Now this is nothing but our Laplace, where our function f of t by t is my Laplace function. So I am writing Laplace of f of t. So there comes the third result. As stated, it is Laplace of f of t is proved to be the s to infinity fs ds in the reverse order. We took fs and then integrated with respect to s between these limits, and we got this result. Okay, moving on to the fourth is the derivative properties. All these derivative properties you can prove by using integration by parts, by taking this as your dv term and this as your u term. Take this as your u term and this as your dv term along with dt. Then you can easily write the integral by parts formula, uv minus integral b du. When you do du, it's with respect to your t term. Okay, so you will be ending up in this result. Again here minus infinity e power will lead to 0, but as lower limit e power minus 0 will be 1. So I write f of 0 because I don't know what is the function, and because we are in the lower limit there will be another negative. Okay, this is the first result. Likewise, keep on repeating the integration by parts, we can prove the other results also. Again, when you talked about Laplace of derivatives, Laplace of integral to be discussed. So Laplace of integral from starting from a 0 time. So that is what required practically. We need to integrate from a 0 time to some particular time. So we need Laplace of integral 0 to t ft dt. Then it is simply we can write as fs by s. So again find the Laplace of function of t, division by the parameter s. So this again can be proved by integration by parts. Take the left hand side, write it by the definition of Laplace. Again here you have to take this as your this entire bracket term as your u term, this entire thing as your u term, and this as your dv term. Then integration by parts can be applied. Dv term, integration by parts can be applied, and you will get this particular result. Fine. So this is the consolidation of what are the properties we have discussed so far in this session. So first property, the first shifting property, multiply by a t, division by a t, and Laplace of derivatives, Laplace of integral values. Sorry, this is not infinity, this is t, not infinity. Fine, sorry. So 0 to t, ft dt is fs by s. And this is going to, if I have a by t square, then the same thing will be repeated twice to get the value. So these properties, these 5 properties will have to keep in mind to work more problems further in the upcoming sessions. Thank you.